Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. I got some news. I got some news today. It's gonna be a great, it's gonna be an awesome video. There is so much to talk about. Let's kick off with cross-border payments. We know that obviously one of the services that Ripple XRP offers is that cross-border payment system. And the news that I've got for you is that the central banking have released an article of actual XRP being a central banking will be used as a cross-bridge currency for CBDCs, and this was published on 5/18/2021, and that is absolutely huge. It's a massive, it's a document that you can download. You can see here, it just downloaded on my actual PC. And if I bring it up, you can see here the cross-border payments and cooperative oversight, which was released on 18 May 2021. And inside this 20-page document, it actually does say that Ripple's XRP will be used for CBDCs. Massive news, and I wish that was the last one that I had for you today. It isn't. It definitely is not the last thing that you're going to hear from me today. Here's another one. A settlement with Ripple before June 5 would even fall within Clayton's original term, and Gensler could freshly and chiefly officially start a new era. Such details matter to politicians. So over here is an article that was published, which is a document from the government, and back then a settlement before June 5 was one of the terms that was mentioned. Now, why is this so important? I mean, first of all, we're like 10-12 days away from this happening, so I'm getting shivers because I told you that there are two things that I'm looking forward to in 2021. One, you go on Google, you type in SEC versus Ripple, and it says settled or Ripple wins lawsuit, and the other one is Ripple is above $10. And you know what? I'm going to see both of them this year. And it's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, but we're going to see both of them this year. That is just, I don't know, it's just a gut feeling. It's research, it's everything that's been going on. We're going to see it this year. Say it with me. I want you to say it. Say it with me. We're going to see it this year. We're going to see both those headlines. Now, I like what Satonachi published on Twitter, saying XRP will make something more clean as soon as possible. Believe we will reach the bottom, believe it or not, but we might not start sub-wave 3 or greater wave 3, which is extremely powerful and fast towards $10 to $13. In this count, wave 2 is generally weak and does not retrace more than 0.382. So what he's saying is we hit number 1, we've gone to number 2, and now we're about to start to approach number 3. Now, wave number 3 would take us at around $10 to $13. Then we would retrace back before we continue to go higher and push forward into, things like 30s, 40s, 50s, and all that. So a $13 XRP on its way, but of course, as we all know, it's not going to be a straight arrow. It's not going to be in just one day, it's just going to go to 13. I know that you guys all talk about flipping switches and horoscopes and the sun, the moon, and the light, and on this particular day, this will happen. But at the end of the day, it takes billions of dollars to move a currency. And if it was that simple, everyone would be a trader. So XRP, Goldman Sachs leaks internal document using Ripple for cross-border payments with PDF proof below. So it's not just, again, something mentioned that it's just hearsay that you see on the internet. This is an actual document inside Goldman Sachs that talks about decentralization, scalability, security, Bitcoin and Ethereum to the side, and a global settlement network for other currencies as well, like right in the middle there of that whole instant liquidity component of Ripple, which is so important. Now, there are other news that have been heading around social media at the moment, one of them being that Warren Buffett has moved all of his money into Bank of America, because Bank of America has implemented Ripple and Ethereum. Interesting. Don't have too much on that for you right now, but as it comes along, I will be bringing it to you. I told you I wasn't done with the news today, and we're only 4 minutes in. This is a chart of BTC versus XRP. Now, you've heard on the channel, if you've been on the channel before, you've heard me say this. If you're new to the channel, welcome. BTC and XRP over the years, right? So we're talking about since the start. they've been kind of following a very similar path. I like what this document is saying here. I like the graph. I like where this is going. Why am I bringing you this? I'm bringing you this because you may go from $1 XRP to $3 XRP and think, wow, 200% gain, awesome, I'm out. See you later, bye-bye crypto. Or you might go $10, bye-bye, see ya, I'm out crypto. What I wanted to show you is that we've all heard the stories of people that bought Bitcoin at 1,000 and it's now, 40,000 plus. We've heard the stories of people that bought Bitcoin at $100 and now we know what it is today. I don't want you to be one of those stories, and so I'm going to keep bringing this up and keep bringing it up. Of course, take profits. I'm not saying do not take profits. Of course, at the end of the day, until you take profits, you don't actually own anything. Remember that one. Until you take profits, you don't actually own anything. And those of you that had profits and you saw them plummet 60%, you know what I'm talking about. Of course, I want you to take profits throughout this bull run. I'm not saying that. But be careful of just how much of your Ripple you sell, because this thing's going up. And it's going to go up for a long, long time to come. And you may not even see the true worth of XRP until 2025. Now, I'll tell you what, time passes and whether, 4 years will go by just like that. But the mistakes you make today will count. So make sure, again, not a financial advisor. I do want you to take profits, but I also don't want you to sell too much. Now, if we look at the action here, and we look at this particular chart that was shared by MRVH. It's a perfect retracement of the 61.8 Fibonacci. And from here, we can only go one way, which is skyrocket. Now, that's all well and good. Now, I wish I was done. One more final good news before we go into Atani and check out what the charts are telling us. Bank of Korea are trialing the CBDC's functionality in a mock test. So Ripple and the Central Bank of Korea have been working together since 2018, and they are now trialing the whole CBDC. The bank will try to go in a long way to find out if XRP is the best technology with the least counterparty risk. So very, very, very good news and smart to roll out a test before it launches it out into the public. So very, very cool. And again, I jam-packed with information over the last couple of minutes. Let's jump into Atani. Let's see what the charts are telling us. All right, welcome back. I've jumped into Atani right now just to see what's going on here, what the charts are telling us. On the hourly chart, we can see that we've got, what do we got here? We've got a little bit of a sideways move happening at the moment. The MACD and the orange, the blue and the orange line have not touched, they're not crossed, but they are touching. They're pretty close together. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Oversold on the 1 hour chart, but let's look deeper into this and let's have a look at what maybe say the 4 hours is telling us and what the other charts are telling us. Okay, so on the 4 hour, there's quite a gap between the blue and the orange, which is very, very bullish from a signal point of view, and the RSI is sort of sitting in the middle. In the daily chart, the daily chart is still bearish because the orange and the blue haven't crossed over yet. So while we've had some price upwards at the moment, it could be a fake. So we're still not sure yet, like where we're going over the next 24 hours. So that's why always have multiple indicators, and I do have a video on how to put these indicators on Atani. And the other aspect as well is to make sure that you go through these indicators, go through all the daily charts and come up with your own assumption on how it looks, what it does, and how it's all going to play out. Don't just rely on resources like myself, because guess what? We make mistakes too. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. That's why I did these videos, because I want you to learn how to do this yourself so that you become self-sufficient. And you do your research, you read the white papers, you look at the charts, you understand the indicators, you'll be much better well equipped to be an investor long-term. And that ultimately is what I want for you. All right, let's see some drawings. What can we see here? Well, look, I think that we are going to retest one more time. I think that we're definitely going to be retesting one more time before we continue to push up and go forward into $13 territory. I like this chart. I can see this happening. I can see, the way that this is moving and the way that this is going to be happening. And I think it looks cool. And from every indicator that I've seen, this, for me, is the most likely outcome. So we could have one more opportunity. One last chance before we skyrocket for you to get in at below 90 cents, which it is right now. So warning. Now, how far can we go? We could go to, I think, we're going to probably retest that 70, 77, 78 cents. There have been talks about 55, 45 cents being tested. I don't think so. I think we're going to test 70, 74, and then start our journey towards $3.30. If we zoom out even further from 2014 and beyond, at $22 XRP is certainly not out of the question once we break out of this line, and it is coming. Patience, of course, is very, very important in this game, and patience we have. Like if you understand what's going on, you don't mind waiting. Now, I know a lot of you, I love to put in the comments, $3.30, you've been telling us $3.30, $3.30 this, $3 that, but hey, if you look at this, it's coming. It's coming. I can't wait. I cannot wait to bring that to you. We will go 260, retrace, and then push to 330. But that 330 is coming a lot sooner than you think. Now, where could we go between now and September? I think, $7 to $10 by September is definitely possible. And then from there, reaching that $13 mark, $14 mark is definitely not out of the question. And that is based on the information that we have today. I don't go out there and do videos about, XRP hitting $559, $89 and all that, because I like to show you what is real, what can be touched right now. Do I think that these prices are possible in the coming years? Yes. Do I think you're going to get 589 tomorrow? No. I want to bring you real, raw data, information that can be useful to you so you make the best decisions. And again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I'm here to look out for your best interest and not to bring a fairy tale. Right now, those numbers are fairy tales. Let's get to 10, let's get to 13, let's get to 50 before we start talking about 589. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you all so very much for the love and passion that you show the channel, and I look forward to see you on the next one.